Welcome to Big Z's Garage. In this episode, we're going to do some changes to this frame and to the swing arm to accommodate some modifications that we're going to do to this bike. So I have plans for the finished product of this bike that some people may think are pretty cool. Some people may think, hey Biggs, what are you doing? And others just maybe just kind of, whoa. Let me share those with you. Basically, I'm going to get rid of this kickstand bracket right here, chop that right off, get this all sanded down or grinded down. I'm going to lop off just this back portion of this section of the frame here where the seat sits. I'm going to lop off this bolt. Yeah, I know, this bolt is for the suspension because this is a soft tail. So this bolt right here is coming off. So you're probably wondering, well, what the heck? How are you gonna make it a hardtail? What are you doing? No, I'm keeping it as a soft tail. What I'm going to do is right here, I'm going to extend this out about 3 inches. So the center of the wheel, the hub of the wheel, is going to be 3 inches further back. Give a little bit of longer ride. In this area right here, I'm going to cut out the center support here and create a tank in here for an air ride suspension. So this is going to have some air ride in it, and it's also going to take care of why I'm not using a kickstand. It will cause the bike, when I'm finished, when I'm ready to turn it off, I can push a button and it will lower the bike just enough to rest on a couple pads that I'll have underneath the frame. So it'll come down to the frame and it'll just sit there. You've probably seen this on other bikes. I've seen it a lot on sports bikes and choppers. And so I figured, why not a bobber style bike? Some of you purists are probably thinking, Biggs, you've gone off the reservation. That might be the case. But anyways, let's get to work. Grinding off this stuff, getting this all prepped. I am not a welder or fabricator by any means, but I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to see if my neighbor or someone will come and help me figure out how to fabricate the tank into this. I have some ideas, but we'll see if they're worth it. Right here is where the kickstand was, or the kickstand mount was sitting right about here. Came across this way, and it was stubborn. It was solid. It took a lot of cutting with the Sawzall and grinding. This bike also had a bunch of different areas where cable and stuff like that, zip tie or cable ties, were attached, and then the wiring harness was all hooked to that. We're going to do something totally different with our wiring, and so I didn't need those, so I grinded those down, cut them down. It looks like I need to grind this down a little bit more because I can feel it catching my finger. Here there was a piece that came up like this that had a little rubber grommet in it, very similar to this piece right here, and a side cover clipped into here. Also, there was one over on this side, so there's 3 points, 1, 2, 3, for that side cover, just snapped right in. I'm going to fabricate something different to cover that, or I may even just leave it open and get a special tank that looks like an oil tank from the Harleys, but it's actually a place to hide all my electrical and such in there. Haven't decided yet. So that's one reason why I left these in there. Also this one here, because I may be able to repurpose those. Obviously back here in the back, this is where the suspension bolt was welded in. Cut that off, grinded that down. Cut these off. I'm thinking I may need to just put a plate over this and weld that in. Same thing with this side. The back had a bunch of little parts that came out, and I grinded those off, cut those off. This, I just left that piece on there. But on both sides, all of that's all ground. Also, back through here is where the foot peg mounts were for the passenger foot pegs. So we got rid of all that. Some more grinding from where the wire harness tabs were. And I kept this on here because this is part of the spring for the rear brakes. However, I am going to be converting this from drum brakes in the rear to disc, and so I don't know if I need that or not, but it's better safe than sorry. I kept, again, these peg tabs, even though I'm moving the pegs forward a little bit more. This is going to be something that I'm going to be able to mount to, so I'm just going to fabricate a piece that will come out here and basically duplicate that kind of over here, so that I have my feet are more forward of the bike. Nothing to remove here because these are engine mounts, so that's got to stay on there. Same thing with this. I did grind this off right here. Right here was the horn mount. I am going to have a horn. I'm going to get one of those big old loud horns, not the little beep beep, but you know, we're talking almost train horn sound. I've seen them online. They're really small, but they punch a big old sound out. You know, someone gets in my way, they're going to know they're in my way. The frame is now ready to take off to our friend Jim over at Jetstrip Incorporated, over by the Mesa Gateway Airport. They specialize in a special media blasting that enables them to remove paint and filler and things like that from all sorts of different types of surfaces, from strong steel to the aluminum and all the special composites that they use on airplanes. They do a lot of jets and airplanes and things like that. They can even do fiberglass parts for like people with Corvettes and so forth, without damaging the surface of it, which is awesome. So if you have a Corvette, you need to give Jim at Jetstrip Incorporated a call, because he can take care of you there. It's really great. So I'm going to take this over to Jim. Actually, I think he's coming over to check out the garage and the build. So either way, we're going to get this over to Jetstrip Incorporated so that they can get rid of all the paint and everything on this and a few other little parts that I have. Our next part of the build to do will be our swing arm. I got to dismantle all the seals, the bearings, and everything out of that. Get it tacked up so that we can start cutting and chopping that up to extend it to 3 inches that we were talking about earlier, and to fabricate an air tank that's going to be incorporated in the swing arm for our suspension and other components that are going to help with the raising and lowering of the frame to the ground. So we're moving right along. All right, this is the end of our episode, and as usual, when we have them, it's sticker time. But before we get to the stickers and explain who we got them from, check out our shirts. Garage, the original man cave, and of course the Big Z's Garage logo shirt. These shirts are available in our merch shop, which is a Teespring shop, and there's other designs that we've done that you can check out and purchase. Of course, that helps us be able to afford to do what we're doing right now, and you get something really cool in return. Now, our stickers, Beatrice. Our stickers. So, and I have to let you know there's going to be some censoring going on. But so the carb rebuild kit I got from TJ Brutal Customs. So shop TJBC. That's where I got the velocity stacks that are going to go on our carburetors. And we were fortunate enough for them to throw in some stickers for us for our sticker board, which is really nice. I think they probably just do that anyway, send you some stickers. But one of the stickers that he sent us was expect nothing, appreciate everything. So we really appreciate these stickers, to all the crew out there at TJ Brutal Customs. He gave us a logo one. He gave us another one here with a bobber on it, a TJ Brutal Customs logo as well. Another one, do fun stuff. Beatrice put a pooping unicorn over the word. Sorry, TJ. And so what other ones do we get here, Beatrice? What's this one? You gonna show that one?
Yeah.
You can cover up the word if you want. So, yes, it's an effing Honda. And we got another sticker. Beatrice provided another sticker to cover up the word that she doesn't like. And we're gonna put that on there. It's a unicorn shooting a gun with a rainbow coming out of it. So where are we gonna put these? Nothing, appreciate everything. Up there, okay. Cool, I like the placement. Okay, how about this one? Okay. And do it that way. Can you reach it?
Yeah.
Okay, and here's your sensor sticker. There you go. If you do it correctly, you can stand on. You can stand on the end. No, I guess you can't. You got the same disease as me. There you go. That's good. There you go. Yes, it's a Honda. Yeah. All right. Well, that's it. That wraps it up for today. And as we always end our show, please subscribe if you haven't already. Give us a like. Share us with your friends. And Beatrice? Comment. Okay, comment. That's for sure. Anyways, we'll see you next time. These are from our you can get shirts like this from our Teespring website, which is down below under merch. And do you need to redo that?
No.
What did you zoom in on?
Well, I zoomed, and then instead of zooming out, zoomed in real close and then back out.
Okay, let's start it all over.